When digging deep into self-forgiveness and finding that liminal space where what you wanted your life to be and what your life turned out to be, for me, I found resentment. I had a lot of it. I realized digging into that because I wanted to know why I had so much resentment. Well, resentment for me was actually pain. I wanted to know why my childhood had been filled with so much trauma, why there was no one there to protect me, why I was not nurtured properly, why I was taught inaccurately. I was completely taught wrong. Um, and so, understanding that I had been completely taught wrong, I had to take accountability, right, for the things that I had done in my life because I thought that it was okay because that's what I was taught. Taking accountability for the shit that I did, sitting with that pain, allowing it to pass through me. Doesn't feel good, by the way. Once it passes through me, then I'm able to show myself grace. Showing myself grace for the things that I didn't understand, the things that I did out of anger, the things that I did out of uh, ignorance, the things that I did out of addiction. I used to love my alcohol. And just forgiving myself for those things and understanding that that was an important factor when trying to figure out how I wanted to move forward. Once I did those things, I was able then to relieve and release that resentment. Releasing that resentment was what allowed me to move forward to the next thing that I had found in that liminal space. And that's really how I found repentance, through the Most High God of all creation. That's how I found that I could move forward in my life and do better in my life. How I could stop hurting other people, how I would stop hurting myself and stop repeating the same patterns, the same habits, the same loops. You have to keep doing that until you attack all of those things that are in you that are holding you back, holding you from your highest, truest self. If you're out there struggling with repentance, this is a plan that worked for me. Don't try to take it all on at once. You got to take the time out to do it one step at a time, and you got to do it with God. You got to sit down, you got to pray. If something moves you so hard, if something is so stuck that you don't know what else to do, you definitely need to pray to God. You need to ask God to remove it from your spirit, because I'm going to tell you something. Once you remove some of this stuff from your spirit, the person that you affected, well, you can heal that entanglement. We all know about entanglement. You can heal that entanglement. And once you heal that entanglement, you can sever that cord forever. That means that will be that person's responsibility from there on out to handle their own burdens. And you can relieve them of any burdens that you may have given them on purpose or unconsciously, or in the state of ignorance that you might have given them that burden. I hope this is making sense. This is just something that I learned in going through repentance. This is something that I learned in learning how to forgive myself, because I'm going to tell you, it begins with you. You can't forgive anybody else unless you can forgive yourself. You just can't. You can't love anybody else unless you love yourself. One of my favorite people says that. So I just wanted to get on here and just kind of give you words of encouragement. If you're on this journey and you're repenting and you're trying to navigate through it, be graceful with yourself. You didn't learn these behaviors overnight. And that liminal space, that's where all that childhood pain comes from. Some worse than others. Some have very minimal, and it's not that difficult. I'm not speaking to the people who have had a very simplistic awakening and a very simplistic reckoning with the Most High God. I'm talking to people who were in the dark, deep in the dark. this works. Anyway, that's what I have to share with you today. Freedom is the result of repentance, not punishment. Witness God's glory.